The beast is after you. Come hear the tale of a squirrel and cocaine. The agents of the beast are poisoning you, but I will show you how to stop it. It is I, the Wizard of Legend, messenger of Logos. I have returned from another timeline to bring you great wisdom. I went back to the time and days of Solomon, and I visited his grand temple, covered in gold and bound by the greatest seal you could ever imagine. No man nor being was capable of passing through the seal. But I am the wizard, master of boundaries, and I made my way through where others could not. And inside there I found wisdom, written down on papyrus, surrounded by the great reading lamps, burning brightly. And I collected that wisdom for you today. But as I wrote the last words, a horn blew loudly. It was the royal guard. Thinking quickly, as only a wizard can, I summoned forth a portal and summoned into the paracosm a time paradox where I lived out every possible scenario that could happen to find the one way that I might reach you with this wisdom and leave safely. I popped out of the time portal and instantly grabbed a pile of lamp oil, threw it onto the flames, causing it to burst into a large fire. As the royal guard was bursting in, I hid in the corner and caused the flame to move in an unnatural way with my wizardry powers. This distracted them enough for me to sneak by them, get out the entrance, and come to you today with the wisdom and answers for your problems that you have inquired of me. The agents of the beast are after you. Energy is contagious. Listen here to the wizard, Omen bringer of the mist, lover of the meat, Herald of Logos. Hear my tale of a squirrel and cocaine. There was once a great squirrel, born of noble stock. This is because he knew he was made in the image of the archetypal squirrel himself, and he had dreams and ambitions of being the greatest nut collector in the entire world. But insecurity haunted his heart. And because of this insecurity, he took to himself the first friends that he could find. But these friends that he brought into his life were not noble and not driven as he was, but instead were filled with wickedness. And as all who are plugged into the beast system do, they took their weakness, and so did this noble squirrel take his. The noble squirrel took his cowardice behavior, his weakness and insecurity, and he turned it into what he believed to be a virtue. But as we all know, virtues of the beast are not virtues at all. And so he took these friends in and said, I am a noble squirrel, and I shall help change these wicked squirrels. Yes, I am a hero. What could possibly go wrong? And so he went about his life, pursuing his dream of being the greatest nut collector, and one day he went to visit his friends. But he noticed something was wrong. He couldn't put his thumb on it. But his friends were behaving erratically, their eyes a bit dilated, hyper-energetic. They came and wrapped their arms around his neck and were huggy and touchy-feeling and must tell him of all these grand business ideas they had, and they were outlandish. He knew something was wrong, but he did not know what, and before he could figure it out, then it happened. The door kicked in. Get on the ground! They threw cuffs around the squirrels and threw their faces to the floor. It was the squirrel police, and every squirrel was now in cuffs, face down on the ground. The first squirrel cop searched the room and pulled forth a white bag. He leaned over to his squirrel partner and said, "Cocaine," and threw it to him. The second squirrel caught it, examined it, and put it in his car. The noble squirrel was in chaos. He said to him, I've never touched cocaine. I've never seen it. What is going on here? And as he shined the light upon the squirrels, he said, you can lie all you like, squirrel, but you and your friends are all covered in the powder. You are all guilty, and you will all be sent to jail. Lock 'em up! Birds of a feather flock together. Proverbs 21:10. The wicked crave evil. Their neighbors get no mercy from them. You are infected with those around you, for better and for worse. Negativity, weakness, mediocrity. The beast will send agents to attack you through the portal of screens and your social circle, and it will poison your heart if you let it. Guard your heart. Do not allow the poison in. Where you place your attention, so too do you open a gateway to your heart, and your heart will infect your paracosm, and with that you will be captured and taken down by the beast.